Hello. While you're getting out, just tell me about flying this helicopter, your experience. You like your job? What's it like for you to be a flight?
I love the job. It's fun. I mean, it's got the best office view in the world. I grew up flying with my dad my whole life. I started my formal training back in 2001. Worked as a flight instructor, and then went and worked offshore. Was flying people and cargo and stuff offshore. And then went over to the EMS side of the house and been flying EMS ever since. And
now, in a low altitude hover, we're kind of flopping around a little bit in the wind and turbulence. Is that level of difficulty, what's that like for you as a pilot?
Initially, when you're first learning how to do it, it takes a while to figure out, because you're moving all, both hands, both feet all at the same time, doing 3 different controls of the helicopter. Once you get it down, it just kind of becomes second nature to you, just like anything else, riding, a bike or driving a car or anything. It just becomes what you just do, whatever corrections need to be. You anticipate what the helicopter's going to do.
And then when you've got an actual patient, that just adds to you got not only flight operations, but you've got medical operations as well.
Yeah, they usually they're not doing anything with the patient when we're at low level or taking off or approaching. In air, it's they can actually get out of their seatbelts and stuff if they need to do something for the patient. I try to keep it as smooth as possible. Sometimes the wind doesn't let me. But
now, doing a night landing where there's not a lot of room, that's bound to get your alert level up a little bit.
Oh yes, we operate with the NVGs, thank goodness, so we can always see what's around us. You're always on the lookout for trees, power lines, people, vehicles, that kind of stuff that's around. So
yeah,
I guess then you get in some really tight spots sometimes, and a lot of places you don't know what's around you. You're relying a lot on the ground crews telling you where stuff's at.
Sure. You're on duty, but you're not flying. What all kinds of things do y'all do?
We do a myriad number of things. We do some teaching. We do education for EMS, hospitals. We've done different little community groups that want. We do CPR, ACLS and BLS, basic provider or the more advanced. We do PALS classes, which is the pediatric form of that. We do some advanced medical life support classes. We also do continuing education classes to help the EMS providers keep up their certifications. We also do a lot of PRs where we go around. We've gone to latchkeys and daycares and all kinds of different places where we land and educate people about what we do, let them see the helicopter, let them ask questions about our service and what we do. We also do a lot of education of our own. We're usually constantly have a class that we're taking online or going to further our knowledge.
And the stuff that's on the helicopter, same thing that's on an ambulance, same thing that's on in an emergency room, basically, isn't it?
Yes, I mean it's a little bit smaller based, some of it is more compact because it's got to be movable, but we have a ventilator, which is to artificially breathe for someone. We have a cardiac monitor defibrillator. We can look at their cardiac rhythms and see what's going on and treat them as we need to. We have ACLS drugs and other medicines on board too. We have a vast array of medications that we can give. We have oxygen. We do IV fluids. We have all kinds of monitoring, the same thing that you would get.
Now, what would be the purpose of flying somebody out versus taking them via an ambulance?
Well, you hear about the golden hour of trauma. It's very important to get someone to treatment really, really quick. And in strokes and in cardiac issues too, it's really important to get someone to definitive care, whether that be to a cath lab for a stent in the case of an MI, or to a stroke center that has neuro capabilities and gives thrombolytics or can do whatever they need to do with the stroke. And we can usually, weather being what it is, but we can generally get them there quicker and get them to that higher level of care.
And all of y'all obviously like your jobs very much.
Oh yeah, love it. We do. We really enjoy our jobs. It's like any job. It has days where you're a little crazed, but no, I wouldn't. I've wanted to do this for a long time, and I love it.